Xano has finally added NPM support, and today I want to show you how you can use NPM packages inside of your Xano Lambda functions. Super simple and super easy. Now, keep in mind that as of right now, while I'm recording this video, it is still an experimental feature, and not all packages work. They're going to tell you the same thing in their documentation as well. I have, while recording this video, encountered multiple NPM packages that did not work. So I just want you to know this, that in case you're trying this and it says there is an error on line 15, this is not you or your implementation. It's still a feature that's early rolled out. Now, as this feature gets better, we'll be talking more about this on this YouTube channel because I love NPM packages. I'm a NPM package fan. I run them right now as a microservice on Google Cloud Run to get them to run, and I got so much to talk about NPM packages, so it will be a blast. But let's take a look at some example that works, and one of them is decamelize, and this is actually an NPM package. This literally exists. There are lots of weird stuff on NPM. It's basically a library of packages that developers built years ago and now everybody can use for free. Most of them can be used for free. You should always check the license down here. Oh, they don't have a license. Okay, then you can just use it, right? But it's very cool and it's public and it's open source. And they got their GitHub and you can see their forks and all that kind of stuff. And what this package is doing, it turns things that are in a camel case into underscore case, and there's some cool stuff that we can do with this, especially because people love to do camel case. So if you build a no-code tool and you want to have proper naming conventions, you could do this. But let's take a look at how we can get this working into Xano. Now, there are a few rules in how we need to import things into Xano that we want to take a look at their documentation. But before we do that, let's take a look in our Xano API here in how we can import this. And I want to go to APIs and Lambdas, and I'm going to add a Lambda function inside of here. And I'm going to go to edit code. And now, as you can see, we got some comments in how we need to import those packages. So a basic import example, note when importing models, we automatically tend to resolve types. However, types may be available, may not be available for our modals. Best practices, always use exact versions to prevent breaking changes, very important. Common JS module imports, recommended type safe, const default handlebars, and then you just import that package. So they give you this comment here, kind of like with a starting template on how to start with the import. This is the type safe import. You can also do the non-type safe import. They all would work the same. So actually, we can take a look at handlebars NPM, and we can see what that is doing. So this is handlebars.js, an extension to the mustache template language created by Chris, and a live demo. Okay, try handlebar.js. That looks nice. I don't know what it is, but okay, it seems like a whole programming language of its own. So usage in general, the syntax of handlebars.js template is a superset of mustache templates. For example, okay, so you have an email template. Ooh. Okay, and then you can compile the source, and then you can go with name and you can replace the names. Oh, that is very cool if you're building email stuff. So we can actually use this now in Xano NPM. So we can just go in NPM, explore the usage. We always want to take a look at usage of that module. And then let's take a look if we can get this to work. So let's go on the Xano NPM here. So I'm going to use the type safe one because that is recommended, but you could also import it like this. So I'm just going to add this as a comment here. So we know this. Now we're going to add the usage of this. Now this should come from variables, but for now I just want to hard code it, right? So, we can just do it like this. And then we get this result here. And now we want to return the result. So I'm going to return the result, right? And now I should be able to save this, and I should be able to save this and run this, And if I run this, as you can see, it says, hello, my name is Alan. So it does now load that NPM package, and we can now build a little email templating system. So I could go in here and add a text input of template. There you go. And I can add an input, and it should be JSON, or yeah, it should be JSON. JSON, or how does their format look again? I want to take a look at that. Yeah, it is. Oh, actually, it is just kid's name. It is a big object, so it should be JSON. Let's go here with JSON, and I'm going to call this variables. So we can now make very, very cool email templating systems without having to use replace filters a million times. This will be great. So now I can take a look at their documentation again, and this is how we are going to do this. We can just do this in those braces here. So I'm going to do a template. I say, oh, I need to do it in HTML, right? Let's take a look at the package. Oh, yes, I need to do this in HTML. So let's just take a paragraph here, right? And let's just put this inside of here, and probably without line breaks. There you go. Hello, my name is, and I have, let's just do a simple example here. There you go. Hello, my name is Name, and I am from hometown. Okay. So then we can add an object inside of here with the parameter of name. And we should be able to go inside of here and do Xano and do a comma, and we'll do hometown NPM. There you go. So now my name is Xano. It will take this name parameter here from the variable, and then hometown, it'll take the hometown one. That should work. So we need to now link those with our NPM package, with our Lambda function. So I can go to edit code here, and when I go to the source, I can go to the source and do $ input. That's how I get the inputs, .template, and then I can take the data format, which I probably want to copy because that may be very cool, and we can do $ input, or you can do $ variable if you want to get it from a variable, right? And I can do variables, and then if I save this and I save this again and I run this, you will see, hello, my name is Xano and I'm from NPM. So now we can actually use this, this email templating NPM package, which is very cool. And let's make it let's make a cooler sentence. Let's go, I love tool name, right? And then I go to my variables here. Let's actually delete this line here. Boom. And I do tool name. And now if I run this, it will return I love Xano. Isn't that cool? I also deleted the span of it, but it should also work without. It should also work with plain text, technically. Yeah, I love Xano, and now I got this cool, dynamic template text system running using NPM. If you were to build this manually in Xano, it would be a loop, and you would do lots of things. And now you got even more functions with it, right? Because you can take a look at their documentation, and they probably have some more cool stuff going on here. If you take a look at that, and they got some cool stuff going on, right? And this is kind of like how, and then you can also use dot notation. So you can do, you could go now, for example, here, right? We can explore all the stuff. I could go to tool name, right? So I could update this to be tool, and then in this tool I can add a parameter for name, and then I can do in quotes Xano, and I can add in quotes skill, and I can put in the skill NPM, and then I can say in the template here, my name is, and I'm going to put in template to text tool dot name. I'm going to do a comma, and then I'm going to do and I can do, and I'm going to do template to text tool dot skill. And now if I run this, it should say, oh, let's see, tool dot skill. Oh, there was I forgot the ending bracket. Don't forget them. But now it says, my name is Xano, and I can do NPM. Actually, I forgot a space in there. But it's fun. It's very fun what you can do with it. You can use all those libraries, right? And the way we do this is we can just import this by using const default handlebars, right? So now one thing I want to point out is when we are taking a look at their own NPM documentation, oh, this doesn't even tell us how to use it. So how about we go on decimalize, not decentralize. We're not doing crypto stuff here. And try implementing this. So we can just delete this code here, and we can delete the input, and let's go with decimalize. And for this one, I can just call this input, and now I can update this whole thing. There you go. And now we can go and reset this here, and with input I can call this camel case. And now we got an input that's in camel case, right? And we can now try running this. So the way I would be importing this is I would go to NPM, and I would essentially just run this. I would import the NPM package, because you need to import them. And then you would just, you know, run this line to use their package, which would run this in here. And then you would do a return, right? And then you would just close that. And then inside of here, we want this to be dynamic. So I'm going to do $input dot input. And now we need to make sure that this is, you know, how they suggested it, so that this is type safe. So I can copy this template here, and I can put it inside of here. And then I just do decimalize. And I'm going to do NPM decimalize, and then I will take the main import decimalize and put it inside of here. That should do the thing. So now when I save this, now I can run, and it will turn camel case into camel underscore case. So we actually are now running this NPM package lightning fast. Now there's some things actually how we can extend what we are doing with this NPM package, because right now we're just using its baseline functionality, but NPM packages, you know, also give us some customizations. So if I go back to NPM here, we can see there are some other ways how we can use this package. So in here we can add a custom selector, a custom separator. For this, I will just, you know, let's just paste this in here. And let's just, add a return to this. And then we just need to get this from the dynamic input, remove the quotes, and put this inside of here. So we can just comment this out. And now when I save this and run this again, you will see, you know, we run this, but it still looks the same. So how about we add a plus to this as a separator? And now we can save this, and we're running the NPM package custom. There you go. Isn't that cool? And, you know, there are some other configurations that we can do, but this is how we can use NPM packages inside of Xano. And it is, connection issue, inside of Xano, and it works very well. Again, it doesn't support every package yet, and they do have this little disclaimer because the feature literally rolled out yesterday. But, you know, it's a great feature. It already does a lot. And I think just in the next few days, we'll get full NPM support. You also see Lambda functions supported libraries, because till now, Xano just only supported a few ones. But it now supports even more. So you can just, you know, use any NPM package inside of here, which is very cool. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. I would appreciate it if you were to like this video. And if you need help with your APIs and with your apps that you're building inside of Xano, I would, encourage you to take a look at nocodeprocode.com. In that community, we have daily office hours to help you overcome your toughest Xano issues. While the landing page says solve your, Toddle, it's just like Toddle or Xano. If you use Xano, you'll get a great benefit from this, and if you use Toddle for your front end too, but same as if you were to use WeWeb, right? Because most of your problems are probably on the back end. So if you need some help with Xano to, get your NPM packages working and to do complex things that you're normally not supposed to do in it, right? And you need to really push past those 5% that's holding you back, I would highly suggest you to take a look at nocodeprocode.com. We got daily office hours, daily Xano office hours to help you move faster, make progress, and solve your roadblocks on your backend even faster. But thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to make more videos about NPM packages inside of Xano, and see you in the next video. Take care.